I'm filling in for our president tonight, who cannot be with us. Before we get underway with the hearing, I just wanted to talk briefly about some of the budget goals and the factors that influence the budget development this season. First of all, we wanted to lower assessments to the extent practicable. Good, thanks. We wanted to let you know that we're anticipating additional assessment revenue because there will be 429 new units coming into the Reston Association by the end of 2017. We're trying to increase the non-assessment revenues by 10%, and we are lowering operating costs by 5% from mid-2017 to the end of 2018. And there are three things that contribute to that. First of all, the legal services, bringing a majority of the legal services in-house. Staff compensation and benefits. We have adjusted the 401k plan design. Healthcare cost sharing is in place, and the merit program has been revamped. And administrative overhead, we've identified cost savings on office equipment service agreements, cellular data plans and mobile devices, and office operations, maintenance, and supplies. And this is the first time in RA history that the assessment rate has been lowered. This draft of the 2018 budget renders an assessment rate of $681, which is a 5.42% decrease from 2017. Last year, the board used $550,000 in operating surplus cash to decrease the assessment in 2017 from $720 to $692. As $720 is our current operating level, the proposed rate of $681 effectively represents a $39 decrease. And let me just bring you up to date on some Board of Directors meeting actions that were taken last week on October 26th. We included in the 2018 capital list the North Hills capital projects. We also increased the RRRF appropriation to $2.99 million to accommodate the Butler Pond Dam tree removal project that has been required by the state of Virginia. So with that, I'm going to turn to our treasurer, Sridhar Goddison, and ask Sridhar if you can add anything to that before we undertake the public hearing.
Forgive me for interrupting. Just a point of order, we do need to adopt the special meeting agenda.
Okay, before we turn to Sridhar, is there a motion to adopt the special meeting agenda?
So moved.
Second.
So moved.
Is there any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Aye.
The special meeting agenda has been adopted. And now I will turn to our treasurer.
Thank you. Thank you, David. So last week, I guess on the 26th, we had the first hearing, the public hearing. We have had several budget meetings starting from August. August 7th, 14th, we had a public meeting. We had a lake house open house as well, where we met with people and discussed budget items. So I'm not going to go into the actual presentation. David did discuss the highlights of where the changes were coming from. The one thing maybe it might be useful for us to look at is what the changes were from the first draft budget, which was we came in at $678, where we are now to $681. We changed some things. First of all, there was a lot of public request. From a pool schedule perspective, we changed that. We brought it back, almost, a lot of it back up to the 2016 levels. Those changes contributed to towards increasing the assessments by $2.88. We decided to pay off the lake house loan. That was the direction given by the board to the staff, and that lowered the assessments calculation by $8.66. We also increased litter pickup based upon a committee recommendation. We increased staffing in the covenants enforcement inspection. All of those kinds of things, as well as the lake house operations change by reducing the after-school fit schools program. We were able to bring it down from 678 to 670. However, we also went through some additional changes. Parks and Recs, we added a position. There was a position change. We also had, as more people benefits, enrollment numbers changed, that pushed up the cost by about, $1.87, and other estimates basically added up another $2.30. So we finished at, $681 with some changes up, some changes down. Effectively, that's where we are. You've all seen the budget. I'm happy to go through the changes in greater detail or specific departments if anybody has any questions beyond that.
If there are no questions, I think it would be time for us now to begin the public hearing. And our executive director is going to be getting me the list, I think.
Yet, but you're
Okay.
welcome to it late.
I invite anyone who has anything to say in reference to the budget to come forward. If you're an individual, you'll have 3 minutes to speak, and if you represent an organization, you'll have 5 minutes. Is there, okay. Come forward, please, and state your name and address.
Hello, I'm Susan Gartner, and I live at 11970 Gray Squirrel Lane, Reston. I wanted to thank you especially for the work on the North Hills section. I play a lot of tennis. Those are my favorite courts. But tonight I come to plead with you about the other courts as well. We have maintenance issues on courts in Autumnwood and Shadowwood, especially Autumnwood. Autumnwood has a lot of lessons and team practice. Teams play there Wednesday and Thursday nights. And there are cracks, major cracks, especially at Autumnwood, that could be dangerous. Simply painting the cracks doesn't always do it. They just open up very quickly again. Also, the surfaces have to be level, otherwise debris collects and stuff seems to happen. If you remember from last Thursday's meeting, that picture of the New Bridge courts, there's actually some sort of mold or slime that's growing on the first court there. It's very slippery. And you can imagine chasing a tennis ball and falling on that particular court. I usually avoid that when I can, that particular court. The other thing I'd like to talk about is the lighting. Jerry Katz mentioned that in a lot of detail on Thursday night. He mentioned that we need to bring lighting up to about 400 lux, which would keep it with other lighting requirements. Currently, our lux levels are around 150, which is very low. Some of the most dim courts are at Glade and number 5 and 6 at Lake Newport, and of course Hook Road has pretty dim lighting, which I think might be adjusted in the Hook Road proposal. Anyway, we do need help with the lights. Also, there are 18 lit courts in the north part of Reston, but only 8 in the southern part of Reston. So we might need to make more of the lit courts in the southern section. Lastly, I'd like to encourage us to do a feasibility study for indoor tennis. That has been something that our tennis community has wanted for a long time. It's very good with lessons. Lessons could continue all year round. And of course, Restonians could have a lot more physical activity during the winter months. As one of the very many tennis players in Reston, I would like you to do some creativity in the budget so that these items can be fully funded.
You're right on time, thank you. Anyone else? Well, thank you very much. I guess seeing, hearing no other people coming forward, we'll close the public hearing.
Thank you.
And is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So, second.
Second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. We are adjourned. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, John, thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Huh?
Bear with me,
Can you
I
take a
gotta
couple of minutes
concentrate
and-
on.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if we can.
Mike said you're coming today? I thought he was. He's gonna come, right? Yeah.